Radio for Skaro.
Hello, and welcome to Video Free Skaro, the show all about Doctor Who and related sci-fi. On this episode, we have an interview with comic book artist Pia Guerra and a profile of the Merca, everybody's favorite monster. But first, dollies! I will destroy you, Doctor. You're hideously ugly, you know that? Shut up, let's make out. All right. What? Oh, yeah, there's no news this week. But here's a picture of new companion Jenny Louise Coleman. And here's a picture of a dog. And welcome to Cardiff. Now, on with the interview. So Pia,
Yes.
if you could tell me what you worked on in terms of Doctor Who and comics.
I worked on a miniseries called The Forgotten, written by Tony Lee. It was for IDW. I did 3 issues of the series, and it was a story detailing the Doctor's sudden appearance in a museum that carries all these objects from his past, and his memory is slowly fading away during the whole time that he's there. So he has to piece what's happening by looking at all these objects and finding out how he got there, what's going on. And it's a lovely story. Tony did a wonderful job of capturing the voices of these characters, and you get a nice overview of all the 10 Doctors and through his past. You get to see a lot of the different companions, and it was a really fun little series.
That must have been cool, drawing all the different Doctors.
Oh, I loved it. I absolutely loved it. My favorite scene was the centerpiece in this museum where you have all the costumes kind of laid out, and he just kind of walks into it, and it's like, that's really nice. It was a really nice opportunity to do that.
Now, you also worked on Torchwood, which I didn't know.
Yes, there was a comic series. It may still be running. I did a couple of issues of the story, and it was written by Gareth David Lloyd, so I got to work with him on this, and it was a fun story about Ianto, and it's like, how can you not? So it was fun. It was a lot of fun.
Now, we both love Doctor Who, but you're best known for Why the Last Man, so maybe you could say just why it's still going strong after all this time.
It seems to connect with a lot of people. It was just one of those stories that, that it resonates really well with the readers, and it's still going. People are still coming up to the table and just trying to share how the book made them feel, and it's really exciting. I mean, I've never imagined being a part of a project that would just hit home for so many, and I think that's a dream for any artist, really, to be able to touch readers and to inspire readers like in the way that they were inspired when they were readers and then before they went on to go on to become creators. So I feel really privileged. I count my blessings every day. So it's been a really fun ride.
And as a Doctor Who fan, what do you think of the last 2 seasons?
I actually really enjoyed it. I think there was some trepidation at first as to what the new Doctor was going to be like, but he jumped right in, fit right into it. The writing has been awesome, especially the Moffat's episodes. I'm a particular fan of those. I think the last season, the tops and tails were the really stellar elements that kind of hit you so quickly with every different twist and turn, and it was just mind-numbing to watch those episodes. They were fantastic. And then there was a whole bunch of episodes in the middle there that kind of slowed things down or stretched out too much, or it was nowhere near as meaty as the tops and tails. But then when you got to the end and you saw there was the marriage, there was all this stuff happening throughout the whole history of time, it's like, yeah, that was a satisfying completion to it all. So you can kind of forgive everything that happened in the middle just because it was so fantastic. I love Moffat's work.
Doctor Who's monsters are legendary. Daleks, Cybermen, Sontarans, Weeping Angels, the list goes on and on. But for every amazing monster on Doctor Who, there's a cheaper, sadder beast lurking in the shadows. This is our tribute to them. The Merca is possibly the most hated monster in Doctor Who history. It made its first and only appearance in Warriors of the Deep, a Peter Davison adventure from 1984. You'd think the combination of Silurians and Sea Devils, an underwater base, and Cold War-style nuclear tension would be a clear winner, but you would be wrong. And the worst of the worst is the Merca, a monster unleashed by the Sea Devils to wreak havoc on the base. But instead of fear, the Merca only spread shame. So much shame. From the obvious fact that the monster was in fact 2 guys under a bedsheet, to the karate chop to the face from one Ingrid Pitt, to the fact that the shooting style at the time was light everything, exposing every flaw for all to see. The Merca is a failure on an almost epic level. Even the Doctor thinks so.
There should have been another way.
You said it, Doc. You said it.
Thanks for watching. We'd love to hear your comments, and please subscribe to our YouTube channel.